Yes. Heavy fog, visibility a half mile. It's a great day to go on a road trip. Morning. Welcome to Monday. I hate Ford pickups. I'm going a mile. You can stop beeping, it's okay. We're just going a mile. Can't even see the trailer back there. Well, those guys loaded fairly easily. You just have to take my word for it. When it comes to handling a 1,400 pound steer, it's kind of hard to hold a camera. And there's 8 of them. Hey there, fine, see, it's on. You can quit beeping now. But yeah, we've got 8 of them we're hauling today. And then the other 7 go on Wednesday, 2 days from now. It's a small packing plant, so I mean, 8 is a big, they used to say 5 was a big day, so the fact they were willing to do 8, maybe they got some more help in there. Either way, we got an hour and a half zigzagging over into Kansas. Drop these guys off, then we'll get back and see what we got going on here. Let the adventure begin, shall we? Got corn harvest moving down the highway. Where's the combine? There's the combine. Somewheres. Where is he? There he is. Okay. Cattle are dropped off. I always like to make a loop through town just to see what's going on here. Farming in western Kansas is on a whole nother level than eastern Colorado. These boys, they got money down here. Probably because they have oil and gas industry here and we don't. But it is always cool to make just a quick little trip through this town and see what cool equipment's around. You can tell just looking at the dealership, it's a little different down here. Either way, we got some gas station breakfast, hour and a half drive home. There we are, home sweet home. And my pickup was right here. Apparently Glenn needed it, so I get Glenn's pickup. Oh, isn't that cute? He's got a rubber ducky in the windshield. What the hell is this, a Jeep? Basically, my pickup is really tied up with the seed tender again, so I'm back to blue. Well, I was going to help these guys, but I was just told I need to go run a feed truck. So, I guess we're leaving. What a guy. What a guy. I got to take over the feed truck because he needs to go for a walk. Are you shitting me? No, he does a walk every day when he gets done feeding with my mom, but he's got a conference call in like 45 minutes. So he's like, you need to come feed so I can get my walk in before the conference call. So we're going to mix an 800-pound load. Grouchy! He didn't even yell. He must be grouchy. Since it's only an 800-pound load and I don't want to screw it up, I'll just catch up with you guys here in a minute. Does that look like 800 pounds to you? Yeah, me neither. But where your bucket can hold a couple thousand pounds of any given commodity, mixing an 800-pound load is a hell of a lot harder than an 8,000-pound load. But this load is for the new calves that they're currently branding and processing right now. So it's 400 pounds of hay, 100 pounds of rolled corn, or cracked corn, not rolled, 100 pounds of wet distillers, 100 pounds of mineral supplement, and 100 pounds of corn silage. So basically, weaning cattle, honestly, is similar to weaning a kid. You know, when it starts off, it's all that milk from mom. Then you slowly start adding in the food. Well, for cattle, the roughage, like alfalfa, is where you want to start, and then just add in a little bit of corn, a little bit of silage, because you can make the ration too hot. It can make them sick and even kill them if you really make it wrong. So, for a week, 10 days, we feed them kind of a different ration, and every day we'll slowly kick in a little bit more of all the other commodities until they're eventually on a full ration like all the other cattle. Because remember, we only took half the cow. We took 8 this morning, we got 7 to take on Wednesday. So, now you get a high corn ration to finish. That's what the finished feedlot does where we ship cattle to. The high corn adds all the fat, marbling, all the juicy goodness to a steak or a burger. If you tell me grass-fed is better, I'll just laugh in your face because you're so wrong. You're so wrong. Grain-fed. One, it uses less resources. Two, they finish a lot faster, making them use less resources. And three, it just tastes so much better. Sure am glad we had Toothpick and Surfer Boy raking hay all day yesterday for it to be overcast, drizzle on and off all day. This is some great hay drying weather, let me tell you. I'm gonna say we've got around 400 acres of alfalfa to go, and our year will be over. It's just trying to get it to the finish line. These cool days, you know, it's like 55 degrees right now. Like I said, overcast and drizzle. The hay's wetter now than when they raked it yesterday. That's not ideal. On the plus side though, I know this field, that is 5th cutting for that one. We are still doing 3rd cutting on some, and we're all the way up to 5th cutting on others. Hell of a deal. This afternoon's big project has been our cattle scale. It is no bueno. So we went to use it yesterday to weigh each of them fat cattle, and we were getting an error code saying it was over capacity when nothing at all was on it. So talked with the scale guys today, start isolating things and unplugging things. Glenn's got it isolated. It's one of the load cells, or both of the load cells on this end are the problem. Now there is essentially your load cell under each corner that registers the weight, and to protect them they put these plates over the top, but none of the bolts want to come out. We've got 1 out of the 8 so far, so that's been the big project here. But I think another part of our problem is we got a lot of manure and stuff's blown in under it. Constant winds out of the north just blowing underneath there. The scale should move real freely and loose, and it's tight, so I think we've got a lot of dirt packed in under there. And then Hector is working on some random repairs. Show you guys the computer board in here. So each of these is a load cell, but the way it runs underneath there, it's hard to tell which one is which because they both kind of disappear into the conduit and then disappear. So like I said, we isolated it. We know it's one of the two over here. Thinking it's the one he's on because it barely moves whenever you step on and off the scale now. Well, like I said, biggest problem is getting these freaking bolts out. He just had a hammer style extractor where you hit the extractor with a hammer and it twists slowly, and it was making no progress. So next option, drill them out, see where we can get doing that. Yeah, I guess I didn't explain. So Hector's welding a gate latch there to make it easy for when you're on a horse to latch the gate. Like that style right there, just a little hook. Just catches real quick. All the cattle are fascinated by him. And then, like, we're gonna cut off the gate that's right through there behind the shipping container. Put a piece of fence there, because obviously that gate doesn't help. Put it over on the far side so we can get in and out of that pen easier, because now that we added the stub fence where he's welding, it's kind of hard to get equipment in and out of there. See, that's why Glenny's a genius. His idea worked. I don't know what we accomplished, but the cap is off. Lot of manure.
I'm not only a genius, I'm a sexual dynamo.
God damn it. I got nothing. Take the Mahindra, go get the big air compressor, and drag it over here. Sexual dynamo. Had to go on an adventure to find the hitch, but there we go. Go back to this end right by the scale, start cleaning. Yeah, just got back over here. Glenn already got this one all opened up. As you can see, not near as much stuff around it, but because now we know which wire is which there, we do know for sure this is our problem child. So I'm gonna fire that up, start cleaning that out, start cleaning under it, just start moving a lot of air. got the poo on me.
I got the poo on me.
Alright, quick recap here. So, talked to the dealer. They're getting a load selling order for us. And then, between me, the sexual demon that is Glenn, apparently, Lacano and Pinchy, we did a whole crap ton of shoveling. So, we're ready to really hit this thing with an air compressor now. But, it's 4 o'clock. We got irrigation water turning on. So this project's on hold till tomorrow. First box is done. Got it through the weed rack. Now to start chasing it where we actually got a pitchfork. Everybody showed up one at a time. Was giving Chuck hell. I thought you retired. What are you doing here? God damn, I don't retire till the 1st of January. Then he looks at me and goes, so, get a call from Jacob asking me about a combine fire. I immediately started laughing. Thanks a lot for selling me out, Jake. He goes, I had no idea you were out there filming anything. I go, yes, that's the way I like it. I just sneak up. Now I'm going to hear about this conversation, too. Way to go, Jacob. Well, that was a ton of fun. Sorry, we were in such a hurry at each stop, I didn't have time to grab the camera. So you can just imagine, pitchforks, weeds flying everywhere for the last hour. Any minute now. There we go. Second sprinkler, spooling up. So I have to wait with this one a long time. See how that concrete is almost buried? See how the other one is sticking out quite a ways? So you have to let that other concrete that's sticking out a ways feeds these 2 south pivots. You have to let it run quite a bit before you fire up the other one. This guy's about 3/4 of the way around. So I've let it go long enough time to fire up this north one that you can't see because it's dark. Almost here. Almost here. Seriously? Seriously, come on. Can you guys even see the water out there? There we go. Now she's a-flowing. Alright, pivots are up and running. Got 24 hours till we got to worry about a hard freeze again, and we'll have to come around and drain them all. But until then, we're going to see how much water we can get pumped out. And I'll catch you in the next one.